Hello there, Aquarius. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of June 27th through July 3rd. What we have showing up for you, Aquarius, on Monday is we do have the King of Coins showing up in reverse. King of Coins showing up in reverse. I feel like you're going to be having an interaction with somebody on Monday, Aquarius, that could be a male or a female. With court cards, I really don't look at gender. Um, But this is somebody who is pretty stable and pretty secure in their financial situation. And they're someone who generally is very generous. But I feel like for some reason on Monday, you may be having an interaction with this person where they are not. Normally, when I see a King of Coins, if he's upright, I see him as trying to help or trying to empower another person. What I'm feeling like with this King of Coins in reverse is that this is somebody that maybe has helped you before and is now expecting you to return the favor or maybe pay them back the money that they helped you with or something along those lines. And so I feel like this person may be trying to have a discussion with you about how things can be evened out or how things can be handled with integrity between the two of you as far as how this person has been helping you and how you can help that person back as well. All right, so on Tuesday, what we have coming up is we have the Five of Cups in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse just talks about that there was something that had disappointed you, and when it disappointed you, you had kind of decided that, okay, well, I'm just not going to spend so much time on this thing or with this person. I'm going to, spend more time on things that make me happier or that don't tend to disappoint me like this. And so what's happening when we see the Five of Cups in reverse is you're kind of going back to the old priorities of where you're spending your time and your energy. So however much time and energy you were spending on that thing before it disappointed you, that thing or that person, that project, whatever it was, I see you getting back into, I actually am hearing the words, I see you getting sucked back into spending that amount of time and that amount of energy back again with that thing that disappointed you. And it's interesting because I really have a feeling that you're not expecting it to disappoint you any less when you do this. So I'm not quite sure why you would allow yourself to be sucked in there. I guess the advice here really would be if you notice that going on, kind of check yourself, do that reality check. Is this really what I want to be doing here? Let's see. Let's move on to Wednesday. Wednesday, you've got a Five of Swords showing up in reverse. Now, Five of Swords showing up in reverse is talking about that you're working with a group of people where everybody should be looking at the same target or the same goal, but not everybody is. And, well, they're all looking at the same target or same goal, but they have different ideas about how to get there, is what I really should say. And so what's going on is the project isn't moving forward because everybody's trying to do different things to make it move forward and nobody's working together. Now, when this card comes in upside down, what this basically says is that this situation is not one that can be salvaged at this point. The best thing that you can do is just as soon as you realize you're in that situation, to politely, gracefully, and quickly as you can, back out of it. Let everybody else kind of duke it out, but you've got better things to spend your energy on than this. Now, Thursday, what you have coming up is you have the Eight of Coins. The Eight of Coins just tells me that you're going to be working Thursday and you're going to be doing something that you really are excited to be doing, enjoying doing. You may actually be expanding your skills or abilities. You may be learning something new about your work so that you can expand the services that you can offer, or you can expand how valuable you are to your employer, just depending what your situation is. But I feel like you're really having fun while you're learning this or while you're doing this, while you're at work on Thursday. Now, Friday, what we have coming up is the Ace of Cups in reverse, Aquarius. Ace of Cups in reverse just means this is a really weird one because it's coming in both ways. It's coming in like this could be you doing this, or this could be you seeing this in somebody else. What's going on here is somebody's showing their true colors, Aquarius, and for some of you, it's you. that you're showing your true colors to somebody in your life. For some of you, you're seeing somebody else's true colors on Friday. And when you see their true colors, you're not too pleased about it. It's not what you thought that person was. And I think it drops down your opinion of them a couple of notches. And it feels like whenever the other person sees, for those of you that this is someone seeing your true colors, I feel like mostly those people aren't too surprised. I think that they kind of had an inkling or suspected that there were things going on below the surface or that didn't meet the eye, and so they're not too surprised whenever they see your true colors come out here. And so I really don't feel like you lose a lot of traction with them as far as how they feel about you, because they kind of already had an inkling before anyway. So for you to show your true colors was not that big of a surprise to them. In fact, I think the feeling that comes across to me is that you're kind of surprised that you showed your true colors. It's almost like you were afraid to show your true colors to this person. And so when they came out, I think you were a little bit more angry at yourself that they came out than they were surprised at what happened. So that's Friday. And then Saturday, Aquarius, what you have is the falling tower. And the falling tower to me talks about something that makes us feel like we're secure in this life. So this can be a job, it can be a relationship, it can be your cell phone, it can be your car, but something that gives you some kind of sense of security is just suddenly and unexpectedly just jerked out of your life. And so the falling tower can be very unsettling whenever the situation happens that this card indicates. The good news about the falling tower, though, is that generally we don't get the falling tower unless this is the sacred spirit just kind of saying, you know what, you're stagnating with this old situation or with this old project or thing or whatever it is. And we don't want to see you stagnate. We want to see you grow. So since you're not looking for opportunities to grow on your own, you're getting the boot. Out you go. Out you go of that situation. And so the cool part of this is that once you actually get back on your feet and kind of catch your breath again, once you start looking around for those new opportunities, you find that the new opportunities are actually much better than what you were feeling secure with originally. So it's a very unsettling card, but in the long run, it's actually a good thing. I know that may be hard to see on Saturday, but it is something to kind of keep in mind that it's not the end of the world. It is actually the first step towards something better. All right, let's look at Sunday. Sunday, Aquarius, 2 of coins in reverse. Okay, so this can come through in a lot of ways. And I'm feeling like it's coming through in different ways for different ones of you. The key word really here with the 2 of coins is balance. It's kind of like a juggling act. A lot of times in a card this will be depicted as somebody who is doing some kind of juggling act. So the key word here, like I said, is balance. There's a lot of different ways that we can look at balance. When you've got the 2 of coins in reverse, things are not in balance. We can be talking about your checkbook. We can be talking about the time that you spend during a day. Maybe you spend much more time dealing with work than family and you would like to have that changed. It feels really out of balance for you. Maybe you committed to some kind of group or charity group, and it's taking up so much of your time that now you don't have any family time. So that's feeling out of balance. So there can be that kind of out of balance. The other way that I see this card come up a lot of times, Aquarius, is if there is a situation where you're balancing time between 2 people. And I see this come up a lot in love readings, where if somebody is balancing and trying to juggle between 2 partners and trying to, not let each partner know about the other and just trying to be there for both, that is really hard. I mean, that's overwhelming. You're one person and yet you're trying to be there for both. So when the 2 of coins comes up in reverse, that's telling me that if that's the case for you, that you're balancing and trying to be there for 2 people, then that's going to kind of come tumbling down really quickly on Sunday. Something's going to happen and you just can't be there for both. Generally, this comes up too whenever one or both of the partners realizes, whoa, double life here. This is not cool. And that can be the beginning of a whole big thing for the relationship. So that can come in that way too. And for some of you Aquarius, I do feel like that may be exactly what's going on here, is that somebody's getting upset because um, they believed that they were your one. And then they found out that they were not. They were one of your ones. So you could have some splaining to do. But anyway, Aquarius, that is your week. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by, for hanging out, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Also, all of you who have left tips for the channel, that's just always so amazing to me. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate all of your support. Everyone, have a fantastic week, and I will see you back here the next time. Peace out.